Alright, welcome back to more Final Fantasy. Okay, let me go over what I did since last time. I fought the enemies in and around this area, and I grinded up to about level 8. And then, at that point, I went on to I did what I said I wasn't going to do, and I went on to the Power Peninsula, and I grinded up to level 11. Alright, let me go over what I have. Got a pretty good little chunk of gold. 8,700 is not too bad. I went ahead and maxed out my heal potions and my pure potions. I've got 10 tents, I still got the same cabin, and I got 5 soft potions. The reason I bought those soft potions, not necessarily because I need them right now, but I just don't want to forget them whenever I head to the next area in the game. I don't want to forget because the next town that you come to, you can't buy soft potions. So you want to go ahead and buy them in this town right here in Elfland. So I bought 5 of them, and heal potions, we'll be re-maxing those out from time to time before we go into dungeons. Pure potions, I had the gold, so I went ahead and got 99. That's more than we'll need for the entire game. So I don't look to buy any more pure potions. That was probably overkill just, by doing that, by maxing them out. 10 tents is good because later on you'll have access to another. Well, you have access to it right now if you want to buy it, but I don't want to bother buying it right now. But you can buy a house. A house will heal I don't know how much it is, but it's the highest amount of HP, and it'll also restore your MP. But because of a glitch in the game, whenever you use a house, the game saves before it actually restores the HP and MP to your party members. So you end up having to use either a tent or a cabin afterwards in order to save what the house did for you. So you want to keep a fairly decent amount of either tents or cabins with you. 10 tents, that'll be enough probably for any amount of saving before dungeons or anything that we're going to be doing later. So there's that. Magic, nobody can use magic except Donnie. I still have an open slot on the level 2 magic, and that's just basically because there's no other level 2 magic that I even want in this game. Now, if I was playing in a later version of the game, then that last slot would go to Temper. Temper is a spell that will add you can use it on a party member, and it will add, I think it's 8 points to another character's base attack power. But in this version of the game, Temper is bugged, so there's no reason to buy Temper. It doesn't work in this game. Level 3 magic, I got Fire 2 and Cure 2. What I did was, after I got up to, I think it was level 8, I went ahead and bought Fire 2 because I realized at that time my intention was to go to the Power Peninsula, and at that time Fire 2 is a spell that's very useful at that time because you can run into 4 zombie bulls, and in any number of zombie bulls, they're weak against fire because they're obviously an undead enemy. They're zombies, so that's a useful spell there. I also grabbed Cure 2. And for my last spot, I had a choice between choosing Anti-Fire or Lightning 2. I could have went ahead and got Anti-Fire. It's very useful against certain enemies, especially bosses that can cast elemental spells on you. But I went ahead and got Lightning 2 because we're going to need Lightning 2 coming up in the Marsh Cave. Or not necessarily we're going to need it, but it's going to be very useful against some enemies coming up in the Marsh Cave. And level 4, there's only 3 spells that I care about, and I got them. Fast it translates to the haste spell in later versions of the game. You definitely want to get it. because it will double the attack percentage of the the character that you cast it on. Ice 2 is a multi-target spell. Ice is a little bit more powerful. It has a higher base attack power in this game, so you want to get Ice 2. And Anti-Ice will also complement Anti-Lightning, and whenever we have access to Anti-Fire later on, then we'll have protection from all three elemental attacks in this game. So that's all we can do there. Weapons. I got enough gold. I went ahead and bought silver swords for Leo and Donnie. Raph is still lagging behind with his saber. And I still have the iron nunchucks on Mikey, but I'm not using them. Mikey's done with weapons for the entire duration of the game. He'll be fighting with his fists from now on. And I'll show you, let's see, nothing new there. Oh yeah, I did get the iron armor for Leo, and I did get a copper bracelet for Raph, but Mikey, he has no armor whatsoever. And he won't have any armor until a little bit later on in the game. Alright, stats, let's see. I think it's a good idea to, at this point in the game, if you have a black belt, go ahead and grind up to level 10 at least. Because at level 10, Mikey will have a hit percentage of 32%. Now I went ahead and just got up to level 11 anyway, just because I could do it, pretty quick. And I think, I was noticing at level 10 that he was attacking with his fists, but he was only doing 3 hits per round. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and get him up to level 11. Maybe that'll make a little bit of a difference, and he'll go ahead and attack, or he'll be doing 2 attacks per fist, and it'll go ahead and, it'll have him doing 4 hits per round rather than 3. So that's all for that. Real quick, let me run down here. Not that we need to. So we got plenty of gold, but let's go ahead and get rid of Mikey's iron nunchucks. Okay. And I've rested up at the end. I'm at full health. Done with level 3 spells. Don't need to go to the clinic or the hospital. We don't need anything from the armor shop. We're good with items for now. And over here is where you buy the level 4 spells, and we've got everything we need for now. So let's strike out for the Marsh Cave, and let's get in and out. That's the best strategy that you can possibly aim for in this next area. The Marsh Cave is no place that you want to just hang out, because pretty much everything there can poison you or do some ridiculous amount of damage beyond what your current levels are. But we're at level 11, so we should be able to take out pretty much anything that this game's going to throw at us. Yeah, poor Raph. He's the muscle in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, games, everything, the entire culture. And it's just a shame that in this game that I'm playing, he has to be a thief early in the game, which the thief is just such a hit and miss type character. If the agility stat did work in this game, then he would be very, very useful. He would probably be doing probably at least 3 attacks per round by now. Maybe 4. But, unfortunately, we have to wait until he turns into a ninja to be of any use to us whatsoever. Alright, I want to get rid of him for sure. The werewolf, I mean. Yeah, look at that damage from the black belt. Boom. Alrighty. Alright, let's get in that marsh cave and get in and out. Let's use a tent right here, just in case. Alright, we're done with the upper areas, so we're going to head to the lower areas. Alright, a simple Fire 2 spell would take care of these guys, but I want to try to conserve my level 3 magic for Donnie for right now. So let's see what we can do. Now, a ghoul can paralyze you. As you can see, Donnie just got stunned. Hopefully Leo and Mikey won't get stunned. Alright, we're good. Okay, alright, moving on. Alright, don't take that area to the right. It leads to a dead end. Just keep going down. Alright, scum. I think these guys have perfect defense. So might be a good idea. Well, we'll just run from them. Hopefully we don't get poisoned. I would cast a fire spell against them, or Fire 2 spell against them, but I'm trying to get through as quick as I can, and I don't want to use any of my level 3 magic right now. So, alright, next fight. We've got Red Bones. Red Bones can do a pretty good little chunk of damage to you, and a crawl. If a crawl hits you, he'll probably paralyze you, so put your best 2 fighters on those 2 guys. Oops. Put him on that. You fight that. You fight that one. Yep, Leo got stunned. And Donnie missed the crawl, so we're going to have to deal with him in the next round. Alright, come on. Ah, darn it. Crawl. Raph, you are useless. Alright. That took entirely longer than it should have. Out of my way, bat. Alright. Up, over, and down. Alright. So we're in the bottom floor. Let's go ahead and grab some treasure while we're here. Alright, Mucks. Mucks can hit relatively hard, but go ahead and fight them. iron armor, which we don't need anymore because Leo has iron armor and nobody else can equip it at the moment. Let's fight these gargoyles. Hopefully they won't mess us up too bad. Alrighty. Alright, now we got a copper bracelet, which we don't need. Alright, into this room. And we get a house. And that other chest is empty, so don't bother with that. Alright, we got 4 scum. Let's run from those. Hopefully we won't get poisoned. Yeah, alright. Alright, here we are. We're at the boss of the Marsh Cave. If I take one more step up, I will run into either 2, 3, or 4 wizards. And wizards are pretty tough. They're not weak against lightning, they're just not strong against it. So any other kind of elemental spell that you cast against them, is not going to do a whole lot of damage. Now, lightning will do some damage to them, just because they're not weak against it. So let's heal up. Get everybody up to maximum HP, just to be sure. Alright. Be good to me, game. Come on. Oh, we only got 2. That's awesome. Alright, let's cast Lightning 2. And you two team up on that last one. Alright, he's gonna miss. And take him out. Come on. There we go. Cool. Got him in the first round. Alright, in this chest we get the crown. Alright, let's head this way. Might as well grab everything else that we can while we're here. A little gold. Take him out. There you go. Yes, sir. Alright, I'm gonna check this room. I know there's a chest in here. Alright, yeah, it's empty. Darn it, I should have known that. Leo already got poisoned. Alright, let's run. Can, yeah. Okay. When somebody gets poisoned, choose a pure spell and it drops them to the last in the party. So, heal them up, press the select button, and you can move them back to the front of the party. Alright, I think this room's empty too. Yep. Alright, this next room is not empty. It's got a little bit of gold in it. Might as well grab it while we're here. Okay. 3 gargoyles. got it. Dang it. Alright, that room's empty. And the next one's empty too. See if we can run from these scum real quick. There we go. Alright. That room's empty. Alright, 2 more gargoyles. And we'll fight what we can down here. It's good for experience. Fight what you can along the way. You don't have to worry about doing too much experience grinding towards the end of the game. Alright, these are the guys that you don't want to run into, because they will poison you and they can do some serious damage to you. Let's go ahead and fight them. Let's get some ice out. Wait a minute. Yeah, let's get some ice out there. See if that'll help out a little bit. Alright, took one out. Take another one out. Come on. Okie doke. Alright. Swap Leo back in the front. And let's do that. Shadows. Shadows are nothing. And the darkness spell is bugged in this game, so you run into shadows and you feel like fighting them, then get after it. If you had a white mage, you could use a harm spell and pretty much take out any group of them that you ran into. But I don't have a white mage, so I'm not going to bother using a Fire 2 spell. They're not too tough anyway. The only problem with shadows is they always get a first strike. They're always going to be pounding on your party for a couple of damage before you get a chance to fight them. Okay, I didn't realize Raph was all the way. Let's use a cure spell on him. Just in case. That didn't do anything. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Never to, well, I say never to return, but we are gonna need to come back here eventually. All right, let's burn through our cure spells. Ogres. At this point in the game, I welcome ogres, because we can take them out very easily. They're good for experience and good for gold. Darn, we got poisoned. Alright, after this fight, I'm gonna have to go check on my son, because I can hear him up. A restless little sleeper, just like me. Man, it is so cold. I don't know if it's cold where you are, but man, it is cold in Texas. Last night was just ridiculous. Alright. Heal up. Alright, I'll be right back. Oh man, alright. Okay, yeah. Got my recording studio set up behind my house, and man, this little efficiency apartment, it just gets so cold out here. I don't have a heater out here. I've got a couple of floor heaters. Man, this little apartment itself is a good 400 square feet, so just little floor heaters don't heat it at all. My dogs are in the backyard and they bark and they don't want to be quiet, and there's people sleeping in the neighborhood. So anyway, last night was just ridiculous. Man, it was so cold last night. The wind chill factor had the temperature down to -12, and that's in Texas. On the Texas Panhandle, albeit, but it's still pretty cold for this area. Alright. I'm going to... What do I need to do? Let's heal up. Heal up to within 30 of our maximum HP at least. Oops. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's use a tent. Because we're going to go into this castle here and we're going to fight basically our first mini boss, I guess. Okay, I'm going to cut it here. In the next episode, we will go into Astos Castle and we will fight Astos. He's our first mini boss. And I'll go ahead and tell you, he has an attack that's usually done on the first round it's an instant death attack, where he will most likely kill one of your characters, and then you'll be left with 3 to finish him off. And then after that, it's not too tough, as long as he doesn't kill somebody that's your primary damage dealer. But I appreciate everybody watching, and stay tuned for another episode of Final Fantasy. Later.